Hi everyone, Cinexsoft here. This black box here is Vorke V1 mini PC based on the Intel Celeron J3160 processor, part of the brass rail family, with 1 GB, with 4 GB RAM, 64 GB eMMC, as well as under, I show it in my unboxing post, a slot for SATA drive which I installed, and I connected HDMI, VGA, Ethernet, and mouse and keyboard to try it out. Let's get started. Okay, so I just started Windows. I'm going to start by starting hardware info 64 to monitor the CPU temperature during the whole test. Alright, that's the CPU frequency, and this is the core temperature here. I'd like to have one note about networking. I'm connected with gigabit Ethernet, working perfectly, but you can also connect with Wi-Fi, and as you can see, it supports 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz networks, and 802.11 AC, and the performance is quite better than the competitors I tried before. So I'm going to start with some multitasking test with Thunderbird, Chrome browser, LibreOffice, and GIMP. Okay, GIMP is the one that takes a little longer to start. But it's done, so it's not too bad. So let's say I want to open, oh, this is defaulting to Internet Explorer, but okay, let's go manually inside the Chrome browser and open a few tabs. So it's browsing fine, and let's go on let's open a larger web page. And it's also loading quite fine. So do I have some videos here? Oh no. So while it's there, I also go to LibreOffice. This one is a Word file. Let's call it Word file. Actually, LibreOffice Writer. And now I'm going to open a file in GIMP and maybe resize it to something smaller. Save it. And insert it somewhere in the document. No, it's inside download. Oh, I think I saved it in the... Okay, I don't remember how I saved it. Why did I save it? Oh, I haven't saved it yet. It should be in the download ones. Download. Okay. Now let's play. Resize it. Write some text and try some other type of documents. I like a presentation. Okay, a spreadsheet first. Take some time. And now a PowerPoint presentation. Not exactly PowerPoint, but LibreOffice Impress. Okay, and after I can switch between slides. I stop the presentation and go back to the web browser, and no problem, no slowdowns at all. Okay, so now I'm going to YouTube. And I will play a 1080p video. Okay, that's 1080p. And if we check the stats, oh, this is VP9. So there will be many dropped frames. So what I've done to avoid this issue is I have installed one extension called H.264i5. So I will enable it now. And I will reload the video. Let's check the stats again. You can see it has switched to MP4 AVC1 and no dropped frames. I go full screen. And again it's working well. And I have done this test for over 1 hour and the system is running just fine. Okay, I'm going to test Flash now with Candy Crush Saga in Facebook. Okay, we don't need the video anymore. And I'm going to close the others while it is loading. Okay, so oh. Oh, now I have both the TV and my AV receiver, so I will mute the TV. Okay. So it's running perfectly smooth, but yes, on Intel platforms it's really working well. So I will stop this. So that's all I wanted to say, to show in the web browser. So now let's try another game. Asphalt 8. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention something important. You can see the line here. This has nothing to do with the mini PC, it's a problem with my TV. I will have to fix it. So you can just mentally ignore it. If you can. Oh, what is that? Okay, let's play. So it's playable. Oh, and but the performance is actually quite similar between all Cherry Trail or Broswell's. It's not 100% smooth, but you can still play with it. And the computer does not throttle, as I will show you soon. So let's check the status here. So the all cores have been run at maximum frequency for some time. Even now it's running at maximum frequency. And physical memory, I used it all at one point, and no thermal throttling. And you can see the temperature currently is 63, 62, with the maximum being around 75 degrees Celsius. So this computer is very good with cooling. It has a small fan inside, not too noisy, not noisy actually, I can barely hear it. When I run my aircon, I cannot hear it at all. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the resolution to 4K in order to play with Kodi. Graphics properties. Yes, I will not show the dual display here in this video, but I have tried it and it works. But the VGA resolution was rather limited. I cannot get to 1080p for some reasons. Okay, so now it's HDMI connected to my AV receiver, and since none of the low-cost Intel platforms support HDMI 2.0, we are limited to 30 Hz with 4K resolution. Okay, it has worked, but now I need to reboot my PC, otherwise Kodi will not show properly. Okay, so now I'm back in Windows. Let me start Kodi, and at the same time I show you we are 4K 30 Hz using 4K 30 Hz resolution. And I'm going to play 4K videos. I'll start with a VP9 video at 30 frames per second. VP9 is not supported by the hardware, so it has to be software and is not supposed to play in slow motion. So it's just that the system cannot handle VP9 very well. I choose 4K VP9. Now let's start H.264 at 30 frames per second. Also 4K video. And that's perfect. No problem whatsoever. Now I go to 60 frames per second. So obviously the display will still be at 30 Hz because it's a maximum. We can see it's not quite as smooth. But no audio video sync issues. But still, if you want to watch 4K videos at 60 frames per second, it's a problem. Let me show. Okay, so this one is a 10-bit H.265. Sorry, it's not the one I want to show. This one is 10-bit H.265. And this is also software decoding, so 10-bit is not supported. But if I show, for example, this one is a 8-bit HEVC H.265, and this is using DXVA2 hardware acceleration, and this is playing very well. So yes, so this system will have no problem also with all sorts of 1080p videos, but 4K you are limited to 30 frames per second, H.264 8-bit, H.265 8-bit, but no 10-bit. Okay, and VP9 also cannot be played at this high resolution. So I said I want to show some audio pass-through. You can look at the bottom right here. At Dolby 5.1 is just fine. Now if I switch to True HD, this will play in stereo unless you use transcoding. And if I use DTS AMA or any DTS video, they will all play DTS 5.1. So 7.2, 7.1 channels are not supported. Actually, like on the other platforms I tried. Oh. So now I will exit. So overall, this mini PC performs as expected. There is no overheating. But sadly it's not fanless, and also it's a little bit bigger than competitors, and maybe the design is like old style, I would say. Like it reminds me of some phones in the 90s, some landline phones with big buttons, but apart from that it's very good. So that's all. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.